Good morning and good morning to you. Welcome to this Good Morning Tottenham Away episode. It's a Friday episode, guys. The sun is out in North London and it's shining nice and bright. It's frigging cold, but at least the sun is out and it's shining very brightly this morning. My. Guys, how are you feeling after last night's game or whatever time the game was, wherever you are in the world? How did you guys view it? I think, honestly, no word of a lie, I feel like I've aged 10 years. I'm aging as it is. But I'm doing it far more quicker watching Tottenham Hotspur. Oh my, how do you even sum up that game? There's so many different ways because we was winning that game really comfortably at 3-0. Don't get me wrong, we was doing some crazy stuff during that game, even before the even more crazier stuff happened afterwards. I was listening to what Jamie Redknapp had to say. I was listening to what Jamie Carragher had to say, and the movements of the players and the pressing high up and the spaces that they were leaving behind. Even Gary Neville chimed in on it as well. There was one particular movement that they were talking about when Pedro Porro went and squeezed at their wing back, splitting himself from the centre back, leaving that spot that he was in to go all the way out to the touchline to their wing back, meaning that the defender, I believe, I can't remember, one of the defenders or midfielders it may have been, I can't remember, guys. It's so crazy last night to even try and dissect what happened. The ball was played into that channel and left Sarr having to chase that player all the way back. It was just like, it was like Neville said, it's just crazy, guys. If that under Alex Ferguson, he would have been killed for splitting away from his centre back to go and get the wing back, leaving that gap for the ball to be playing in and behind. And these are the kind of things, this is the characteristics of Man United. They have very strong wide forwards, even though they've changed a little bit now. They've changed to a 3-4-3. They've gone 3 at the back. So their system slightly changed, but nonetheless, it makes their wide forwards still very dangerous, even more so when they're, armoured. Garnacho not so much, but armoured definitely changed the game for the better for them. And, they'd probably be looking back at that game and think, we probably should have gone with our strongest team. We went with a team that we could only field. I guess the predicted lineups yesterday, I said we was going to, the 11 that started ultimately were the ones that I predicted that will start during the day, because we really had no one else. It was going to be Brennan Johnson playing on the wide areas ahead of Kulusevski and Son. It was never going to happen. And Solanke, Solanke, look, he took his goals really well. Proper number 9 finish. No two ways about that. Bang, he was there. Both. He did what he had to do that much. But his all-round play left me personally a little bit to be desired. And I was disappointed a little bit in his all-round game. But his goals, he did what he had to do. In those moments, they came at him the way they did. He took them well. No two ways about that. The midfield, the only thing I would say to that midfield, even more so when Fraser Foster did what he did, and you can see after that, his head was gone after that first goal, and it's again second goal. And there was other instances even afterwards that he looked like his brain it was like he was getting it from all angles. He was getting it from his own fans. The Man United fans who were just behind him as well must have been giving him a load of stick. And obviously the inexperiences in the back four, including Jed Spence, Archie Gray. You just needed somebody, I felt, particularly midfield like Bissouma. I'm looking at even Madders and Kulu and all the experience, even Dragusin to a certain level, just to calm it down a little bit and just say, do you know what, for the next 5-10 minutes, let's not pass it back to the keeper. I know it's a bad thing to say, but if he's under pressure, just allow it, man. Just stop giving it back to him. So these are the kind of things that we need to really take on board, and in future, And also, like, I have to say, even the manager now would have to look at that and say, we need to adjust a little bit, especially with the goalkeeper's clearly not comfortable with the ball at his feet. He's shown amples, but that doesn't take away, for me anyway, it doesn't take away that he's been one of our better players in the last 3 games. And I've said this many a times. I won't go back for it. He's made some really good saves. I know people talk about the Xerxes, the save that he made from Xerxes from the header where it bounced on the ground and it was a wet surface and it picked up speed. And he made a really good save. I've got no problem with him with his hands. He's fine with that. But ball to feet and playing from the back, goal kicks, he was a lot more comfortable going long. You see how well he kicks the ball, playing it long into the players. So maybe we should tweak it a little bit moving forward, as early as the Liverpool game on Sunday. But overall, look, I said it yesterday in the post-match video, and I said it today, the main thing is qualifying and qualifying to the next round. We've knocked out both teams from Manchester, that has to be said. Now we move on to the Merseyside team that after the draw obviously was made, we've got Liverpool and Arsenal have got Newcastle. Undoubtedly Liverpool are the favourites, but to go through to the final. But you know what? Anything can happen in football. The one thing that I've definitely treasure from this team is, you don't know which team is going to turn up at whichever game. In the good and in the bad, they might surprise you and put a performance in and beat City 4-0 away from home, and they could follow that up by losing the game against Ipswich at home. This is the team that we've had all season, so they are not to be trusted in a sense of, in a good and a bad, whichever way you want to look at it. And they will go into that Liverpool game. Maybe it may suit them that the fact that they're going to be an attacking team, and we will play accordingly. We don't like playing against teams that play low block and 11 men behind the ball. We struggle in this team, but teams like Arsenal, Liverpool, even Newcastle to a certain extent, all those teams kind of suit us in the way that we play. So you can look at it another way and say, do you know what? I'm glad to be playing a team that's a bit open and expansive, even though we're not favourites to win. There's no two that they've got a better team than us. There's no two denying that. But over the 2 legs, who frigging knows, guys? Who frigging knows? We can't compare what happens in the cup games compared to what we do in the league games. The Liverpool we'll face on Sunday, or on Saturday, whatever, I can't remember what frigging days it is now. The team that we'll play on Sunday, it is Sunday. The 11 that we'll play on Sunday, Liverpool, ain't going to be the same team that's going to be playing in the cup game. They may have a fixture pile up, and in the cup games you can see they tweak things about by dropping players, putting other players in there. So who knows, man? And hopefully we can recover 1 or 2. Hopefully we can get to the closest to the strongest 11 possible. Van der Ven and Romero, I'm looking at those guys to recover those games, 4 of those games. And if they can, make a few changes here and there in the cups, then we won't mind. It gives us a chance, and that is all I want, a chance to see if this team can progress in a final. It's how crazy would it be after a season that we've had this season to even make a final? Look, maybe it's too much forward thinking. I'm going to slow down a little bit and just and then get back to ground. We've got Liverpool this Sunday. Today, I just enjoying the fact that we made it through the semi-final. Who would have predicted that? Not many. But here we are. Guys, I want to know from you how you are living this morning. I am absolutely shattered after yesterday. So much emotion, so much. Like I said at the beginning, I aged 10 years yesterday watching that game. How are you feeling this morning? Let me know your thoughts, the comments in below the video. Make sure you like the stream or like the video, and watch last night's stream if you missed it, guys. Really good stream. Lock it in on that one. Make sure you smash a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so, and as always, forever always, come on you Spurs.